It's a really fun project. One thing that's really great is that first page immediately gives me an understanding of who the client is, what the ask is of the project, and then what the solution is in 3 very clear steps and very simple copy. So I think stickers are really fun, but I think that could be a page in itself with the stickers all over it, and just a little caption to say that part of the project was developing an icon, an icon language, and a series of stickers that you could use to be a bit more interactive. I kind of like the idea with this project is blurring the boundaries between the digital world and a physical way of kind of drinking your coffee and interacting with the newspaper. So I think that's a really strong project.
The Vitegurt is the new yogurt brand. I like the naming logic to get to Vitegurt. I'm not sure I like the name so much, but I like the actual logic to get there. This is a project that I do like. I've worked on yogurt brands before. The one build I will give you is that whenever you're working on food, there are 3 rules: appetite appeal, and appetite appeal. So what I would do, just to build on this, is within the packaging, is actually try and get more of that appetite appeal on the packs. But apart from that, photography is fantastic. I really, really like it.
If you want to do a montage like that, or a collage of all of your finished work together, because it looks strong like that, I can understand that. But maybe it would be nice to have an area of that, and then maybe even 1 or 2 of those where you've actually delved into the actual developmental work and sketches and thought process, just so that we can see it and just see how you think and how you design.
I think certainly for the age group of your audience, it's got a lovely energy to it, and it's quite distinct. I can see that it really standing out in the sort of marketplace. As I said, I love the mixed media nature of it. So the handmade stuff, the photography, the graphic elements. I think that certainly stands out, and then it's obviously got some nice clean typography that supports it.
Michael Wolff. Hello. This is a cashew nut. I'm just about to eat it. Straight away, your work is very pretty, very appealing, and it just looks very easy to like, which, to be honest with you, a lot of design work isn't immediately easy to like.
It's beautiful.
And your work is beautiful.
If I'm honest, I'm going to take your email address. Yeah. And there will be times that I probably want to get in contact with you because your work is beautiful.
Julia doesn't need to work for any company. She is an outstanding artist, and she will never be short of work.
So, Julia, what I would say is get your own website.
Yeah.
Don't have Behance anymore. Organise to have your own website, and contact people. You should also contact illustration agencies. So I'll take your details.
And we'll send you some information.
And I'll send you some information because there's international agencies for illustration, and they will take you and put you on their books, and they'll find work for you.
For me, it's a beautifully arresting visual language, but I instantly want to see that in motion. There's something about it that feels like it's a freeze frame of something very interesting going on in the moving. Because I think some of the moments it's given you, some of the individual captures it's given you are really stunning. The kind of the female form with the ant on, and they almost feel like kind of old photograms, if you like, kind of black and white, very crude photographic techniques used for image making. I wonder whether there's an opportunity as well to think about this in more of an interactive state, whether this would be possible to create in processing or code so that it could start to be more reactive of a real life or a real-time installation somewhere. Feels like the aesthetic quality really lends itself to being something that's never still. I think the interesting thing for me, and certainly when you start to think that in how that manifests itself in a physical form, so the little blue and the pink bottles that you've got, where that starts to become a debossed version of that mark, I think it starts to become quite exciting. And certainly then when you look at the, I'm assuming that's like an office space where you've got a desk or a seating arrangement. I quite like the irregular size and shapes that are making up those forms. They still feel like they're reflective of the logo, but they feel like they've got more energy and more pace to it. So I wonder whether there's some merit in exploring the logo where it isn't just a constant set of circles. Is that something that's constantly moving and evolving? Maybe you could just get a bit more life out of it by, you know, some of them are really big and really kind of broken apart, and others are tighter, and it'll allow you to speak to different audiences with different versions of that mark. I wonder whether or not it needs the treatment of the photography, the concentric circles. That might be something that over a period of time that you phase out, that you do at the start to reinforce the logo, but it might just get a little tired after a period of time.
Oh, would you like a little piece of criticism? Your first image. One of the problems with that is that the language, the actual sentence, is struggling with your typographic idea. In other words, you don't need to have to make "Hello, my name is Igor Mustav" dance. There's no point in picking out two things in white because you want people to notice your name and what you do more. Try and get the literacy of what you're writing to be almost as if you read it in a book.
Can I blow that out of the water and say, I don't even care?
Yeah.
All I want to see is your work, Igor.
Yeah.
I feel like, obviously, yeah, this is the portfolio of somebody who is almost worried about what people are going to think of your skills and all that stuff before you get to your work. Show me your work.
Yeah.
And if I want to find out about your skill sets and attributes and where you live and that sort of thing, have a tab and let me get to that last. Because your work is so great.
I would like to see the work introduced before all of the patterns, because by the time I actually get to the work, I've seen a lot of patterns, which is cool. They look really nice. But to me, they support the work rather than define the work. Okay, I would want to see the website and the brochure first,